Hello and welcome to the show, and welcome to Serebryanyy Shtyk. The unit is now in the Carpathians, and after passing through the village of Sorrows and dispatching Mumipuduri, the hag of the Witch Woods, they need to cross the perilous spine to get to the broken watchtower. Unit numbers are dropping all the time. Dorky, the grenadier, and Babushka, the supernatural investigator, have already fallen by the wayside. They're led by Baron Igor Jerkov. He has great faith and is inspiring. Known only as the priest, the unit's champion of faith has miracles and is a supernatural veteran. He carries a holy symbol. Ivan the Impaler is a veteran hunter and he's hard to put down. Molotov is the sapper. Plonka is the infantry fodder. The Witch Woods eventually disappear behind as they climb a rocky ascent. The light dims and they struggle to the top, the sun dropping below the horizon. In the last glow of day, they look out over a long ridgeline with sheer drops on either side. In the distance, at the other end of the ridge, they can just about make out the jagged ruins of the watchtower. As they start to cross the windy ridge, the light fades completely and dark shapes emerge to flap about the rocks. First to activate is Molotov. He will move over here, closely followed by the priest, who will also move up here. No sprinting at the moment. First monster to activate is near this clue marker and he will go straight in on Molotov. Net 0 for the bat. 11. That's a miss. Molotov will fight back. He is +1 for melee. That's 10 and that's also a miss. The giant bat will flap away. The next bat will swoop in on the priest. Net 0 for the attack. Ooh. Damages his claws. Priest will fight back. He's also 0. 11. Giant bat's defense is 13, so that's a miss. And he will flap away. Next to activate is Ivan. He will go 6 here. He will try and sprint into contact with the giant bat. Doesn't do it, so just goes another 2. Now it's Plonka. He will come over here. And finally the Baron, who will come up behind the ruins. So random event 2. Another giant bat appears. And the wind's just picked up, blowing across this way. Need to do a check on everybody and they're going to go 2 inches that way if they fail. Molotov first. He goes. Ivan. He goes. The priest. He's alright. The Baron. He goes. And Plonka. He goes as well. Strong wind. Molotov and Ivan desperately close to the cliff edge here. And they've got a giant bat right in front of them. In a bit of trouble. First to activate is Molotov. He's going to storm up the hill there, the little hill. And try and attack the bat. He's +1 on the melee. 12, 13. Giant bat's defense is 13, that's a hit. 7 damage, and that bat is cut in 2. Next to activate is Ivan, where he's going to get back up the slope there and up to that clue marker and see what he can find. Picks up the 10 of spades. That's a bejeweled crucifix, and this figure gains an extra experience point if he survives the scenario. This giant bat will go straight for the priest. Net 0. 5 is a miss. Priest will fight back, also net 0. 15 with 9 damage, and that giant bat has gone. The priest is next to activate. He's going to go up behind those trees and stay hidden from the rest of the bats further up the ridge. Plonka will move over here, cross the rough ground and sprint there. Can't search the clue marker this time around. And last to activate will be the Baron, who will move over here. End of turn. Eureka has just appeared at the end of the ridge. He's a fair distance from the unit at the moment. And the random event, 8. And a ghoul appears by this ruin. First to activate this turn will be Plonka, and he's right at the clue marker. Picks up the King of Spades. Rune inscribed bones. Gain 1 power die in the fate pool. Next to activate is the Baron. He'll move down to these trees here, a bit close to the edge. He's also in line of sight to this giant bat who will swarm in. Net 0. 14 is a hit. 5 damage to the Baron, who will fight back. He's on +2 melee. Gets 11, which is not enough. The bat flaps away. This bat here, we'll zoom in on Plonker, it's the only one you can see, but he can't quite make it. And the ghoul will also start to make his way up the ridge. Right, the priest now, he'll go and attack the bat. Net 0. 7, that's a miss. Bat will fight back. Also net 0. Also a miss. Priest will back away. Next to activate is Ivan. He will fire at the ghoul there. It's -1 to hit because of the winds, so he just gets a +1. 15, 16, 7 points of damage. And he'll reload. And Molotov will move over here. He will also fire at -2, which becomes -1 because of +1 accuracy. And that's a miss. Random event. 7. Another ghoul. And this one appears closer to the Baron. The Vrikalakas also moved up the spine towards the unit, hearing that musket shot. But these 2 bat swarms left and right on the spine have yet to move. They've yet to see any of the unit in line of sight. First to activate for the unit is Molotov. He is going to reload and fire at that ghoul. Net 0 because of the wind. 17, 8 points of damage. And that ghoul is gone. The Baron's in action, straight into the giant bat there. +2 melee. 14, that's a hit for 9 damage. And that bat disappears. Gone, mate. So this ghoul here will rush the Baron. He's +1 on the melee, which is 12, and that's not enough. The Baron will fight back at just +1 because of that fatigue. 12. That's not enough. The ghoul's defense is 13. The ghoul will back away. This bat goes straight into the priest. Net 0. 10 is a miss. Priest will fight back. Also net 0. 12. That's also a miss. The bat will flap away. This bat swarm can now see the Baron start to fly towards him. And the Vrikalakas also moves up the spine. Right, Plonker will activate. He will fire at this one. Net 0 again because of the wind. 14, 8 points of damage. The bat's gone. And Plonker will reload. The priest is on the move. He will get down to this clue marker. What was that, Lemmy? Finds a lonely gravestone. Gains 1 skill dice for the fate pool. The final activation will be Ivan, who's going to skirt around here. And his end of turn. The unit doing well at the moment. They're halfway down the spine towards the broken watchtower. They found 3 clue markers. They've dispatched some of the giant bats, but the Baron's under a bit of pressure on this right hand edge of the spine. He's got a ghoul and a bat swarm zooming in. And look out, we've got the Vrikalakas and another bat swarm further down the spine. Right, what is the random event? 1. It starts to rain. All shooting attacks at -2 instead of -1. First to activate this turn is going to be the priest. And I tell you what, he is going to storm into the Vrikalakas. Net 0 for the priest. Whoa, what a hit! It's 19 with 10 points of damage, and it is a silver weapon he's got, so that is 10 points of damage. Vrikalakas immediately drops to 4 health. He has a melee of 2, but is weakened by faith because of the holy symbol that the priest has, so he's -1 for melee. And that's a pathetic miss. The priest will back away, having smashed the Vrikalakas there. Molotov is activating now. He's reloaded. He is going to move down to this clue marker. It's already been found, but he's moving down the centre of the spine. This ghoul is going to rush into the Baron. He's got +1 on the melee. That's a miss. Baron will fight back. He's +2. 14, 16 for 4 damage on the ghoul. The ghoul will back away. Bat swarm moves in. Baron's getting it full on now. They are +1. So that's a miss. Baron is just going to be +1 now because of that fatigue. And that is also a miss. And the bat swarm moves away. Vrekalakis moves in on the priest. He wants revenge. Oh, he's -1. 12 is a miss. The priest is net 0. Oh, look at that. Smashes 18 for 8 points of damage with his silver weapon. And that Vrekalakis is gone. The priest has gone mad. But look out, another bat swarm swarms in. +1. 12. 13 is a hit for 5 damage. Priest will fight back at -2 for that fatigue. He gets 11, which is just a miss. And the bat swarm will flap away. Ivan's up next. He'll move over here and charge into, he can sprint, he can make contact there, that's alright. The bat swarm. Ivan's +2 on the melee. Gets 10, which is not enough. The bat swarm will fight back at net 0 because of that fatigue. Been flapping their wings too much, and that's also a miss. Now, Ivan has to back away, and he's going to go in a random direction because he's confused. And he goes this way. Right, Plonker's on the move, and he's going to help out the Baron. Down he goes. He's quite near the edge there, which is dodgy. He's going to shoot at the ghoul. He's -2 because he moved and because of the rain. So that is 13. The ghoul's defense is 13. It's 8 damage, and that's all he had left. Old ghoul is gone. Well done, Plonker. And the final activation is the Baron. He is going to go in for the swarm. He's going to be -2 on that because of fatigue, which cancels out his +2 melee. So net 0. Oh, just behind the trees, you can't see that, I don't think. 19. 9 points of damage. Damage reduction of 6, so that is 3 damage on the bat swarm. He will have to back away in a random direction. Ooh, he needs to be careful he doesn't go near the edge. And he does. Baron, what have you done? So that's the end of turn. What's the random move end? 4. Well, fortunately, the wind is not blowing strongly at the moment, and there's another 2 giant bats appear. One of the bats is here. Look at the swoop down on the priest in a minute. And this other one's just popped up behind Ivan. Look out. So first to activate is Ivan, and he's going to shoot over to this clue marker here. Not now, Bon. And he's got a silver tipped ice axe, so he's armed with a silver hand weapon for the rest of the game. Well, he's already got one anyway. Molotov's up now. He is going to storm into this bat swarm. +1 to hit. That is 19 with 9 points of damage. Heavy weapon is 10. Damage reduction of 6, but that's 4 hit points, and they've only got 4 health. They are gone. Cracking effort by Molotov. Right, this bat swarm will come into the Baron, who's perilously close to the edge there. This is dodgy stuff. Net 0 for the bats. 10 is a miss. Baron will fight back. He's +2. That is 17. 9 points of damage. Damage reduction of 6, so the bat swarm takes 3 damage. And away they go. This giant bat will scream down onto the priest. Net 0. 11 is a miss. Priest will fight back, also net 0. Oh, catastrophic failure. He drops his silver hand weapon. Dear oh dear. And the bat will fly away a little bit. And finally this bat here will fly into the back of Ivan, who will turn around and face. Net 0 attack from the bat. 16. Oh dear, 10 points of damage. Right. No, he's hard to put down, so he's going to use one of his dice there. Takes off 7. But he takes 3 points of damage. Ivan will fight back. +2. Misses. Now, what I haven't been doing is when you're hit, you go in a random direction. You need to work out where he goes. Well, fortunately, it's over this way. The priest is activating now. He's going to go in onto the big bat there. He's -1. But that is 17 with 9 points of damage. And that has buggered that big bat. The Baron moves in to the bat swarm. Takes a swipe at +1. 16 is a hit, but it's only 1 point damage. But that is enough to finish it off. They're gone. Final activation is Plonker, who will reload and move into the centre of the table. End of turn event. 1. Well, it's already raining, so I'm going to do that one again. 7. The ghoul pops up. the last part of the spine here where the unit's trying to make for. Right, next turn, first to activate is Plonker. He is going to go straight through these two here. And you know what? He does have line of sight to that ghoul over there. So he's on -2 overall because of moving and the rain. That's a miss, unsurprisingly. Molotov is right beside him. He will do exactly the same. Come over here and fire at the ghoul. -2. A miss. Right, so the ghoul will storm in to Molotov. He's on +1 melee. 6 is a miss. Molotov will fight back. +1. Ooh, 20. 10 points of damage. 11 because he got a heavy weapon. And that ghoul is critically injured. 1 health left. This bat is into Ivan. At 0. Miss. Ivan will strike back. +2. 14. 6 damage. Gone. Well, I'll tell you what, the unit are just mashing everything in their sights at the moment. They are advancing steadily down the spine and getting rid of all and sundry in their path. Fantastic effort. Next to activate is Ivan. He will turn around and rush the ghoul. +1 in the melee because of fatigue. That's 12, which is a miss. Ghoul will fight back. Net 0. 11. That is also a miss. Now, he backs away. The priest is on the move. He's going to come over here. Final clue marker. It's the Queen. A St. Christopher medal. This figure counts as carrying a holy symbol for the rest of the game. Oh, he's doubled up there. He's already got one of them. And finally the Baron. Come on, mate. He's going to go there. There. He will sprint. Which he does. Nice one. The end is nigh for the unit. No casualties. Very few injuries. Just 1 ghoul on the table at the moment. End of turn event. 2. Well, we've got another giant bat here. But we've got strong wind. Now, need to check whether it's this side or this side. Evens, it's left as we look. It's not. Oh, that's lucky for the Baron. So everybody needs to make a check. Let's do Ivan. 20, he's okay. Molotov. 14, he's okay. Priest. No. Well, he gets blown over here. That's actually safer. The Baron. 13, no, so he's blown over here. And old Plonker at the rear. He's also blown over there. First to activate is Molotov. He will reload and charge into the ghoul. He's +1 on melee. That's 14, which is a hit, 5 damage. Sorry, Ghoulie, you're gone. Smashes in with his heavy weapon. Next to activate is Ivan. He comes down here in the trees. He only needs to sprint and he's off the table. And 12 does it. This bat flies into the Baron. At 0. That's a miss. Baron will fight back. He's on +2. Oh, look at that. Smashes the bat. Sorry, fella. Gone. Plonker will activate. He is just going to run down here, or move down there, and then sprint. Priest is up next. He's going to weave his way through the rocks here. Also sprinting. Yes, he does. Just. Final activation is the Baron. He will come here. If he sprints, he is off the table. He is. End of turn event. 10. Ooh. Finally got another Brickolecus. Up he pops right in front of the priest just as he thought he was going to escape. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, first up is Molotov. And he's going to run around here through those trees and sprint in to attack the Brickolecus. Now he has got a silver hand weapon. He's +1 to hit. He gets 12, which is not enough. So he has to back. Wrong. Brickolecus will attack back. +2 on his melee. Which is 10, and that's a miss. So Molotov will have to back away. The Brickolecus will activate, and he's goaded on by the holy symbols of the priest and has to attack him. -1 for the attack. 10. That is a miss. Priest will strike back. Net 0. 9. It's also a miss. Vrikalakas have to back away. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen now. Plonker is going to activate and run around the Vrikalakas and get off. And the priest is the final activation, and he'll storm in on the Vrikalakas. 17 is a hit, 7 damage on the Vrikalakas. He will fight back at -2 because of fatigue and weakened by faith. That's a miss. And old priest will have to back away. End of turn event. 4. 2 more giant bats appear, but they're back down the table here and over the other side near that little ruin. They're not at this far end. Right, Molotov activates first, and he's going to run around the Vrikalakas. He's gone. Vrikalakas activates, attacks the priest. This is the fight to the death. He's on -1. Oh, dreadful miss. The priest will fight back, net 0. 10, that's a miss. Vrikalakas has to back away. And the last activation of the turn is the priest. What's he going to do? He's going to take him on. -1 because of the fatigue. Oh, look at this. That is 15. The Vrikalakas' defense is 13. He's got a silver weapon. He did 9 points of damage. He only had 7 left. You're gone. And that's it. The priest does a miracle there. Smashes the Vrikalakas. The bats are too far away. He will escape and move on to the broken watchtower following the rest of the unit. Well done him, and well done the Serebryanyy Shtyk. The unit picked up 6 experience points there, with also Vlad the Impaler getting an extra 1 for his find. Well, I have to say there, I think the unit did extremely well. Before starting, looking at the scenario and the number of unit members left, I thought this was going to be an extremely hard ask. But they did the business and smashed everything in their way. Next stop, the Broken Watchtower, the final part of this campaign in the Carpathians. Thanks for watching.